Can you solve this question? In your book, 18th question in your book.
Yes, sir. Break.
Are you getting any idea?
Sir, 1/3 h is equal to 10 root 2 meter per second.
1/3?
H
Huh?
is 10 root 2 meter per second.
Why? 1/3?
Velocity at 1/3.
Velocity at 1/3 of h. Suppose if this is the height, h. At 1/3 of height, h/3. And this will become 2h/3, isn't it? If this is h/3,
Yes, sir.
the upper part will become 2h/3. Here the velocity is given as 10 root 2 meter per second, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
h/3 height. Are you clear with this? Hassan?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir, I'm clear.
the question becomes simple if we don't know the initial velocity. Sometimes
Yes, sir.
we will think of finding out initial velocity, but not required. You see, this is 2h/3, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
2h/3 we will consider as the maximum height for this velocity. Suppose if you throw this ball with this 10 root 2 meter per second at this point, 2h/3 is the maximum height, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So can we say maximum height, that is 2h/3, is equal to u square by 2g, isn't it? U square by 2g. Yeah, we'll write as that is equal to 10 root 2 whole square by 2g. Did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
we got the answer. We need to get what? H, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We got it as 2h/3 is equal to 100 into 2 divided by 2 into 10. If you want h, I did not go for the initial velocity. Directly I considered this point velocity as incident velocity, and the maximum height it can go is 2h/3. I eliminated
Yes,
this
sir.
part very easily, very tactfully. That's a tactic I used. There's nothing much of concept involved in it. U square by 2g is the maximum height. H is equal to 2
Yes,
cancel. So 10 cancel. 10 into 3 by 2, that is 15 meters. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I used a tactical move in this question. I did not try to bring out all the variables into picture. What I thought is if this is h/3 and this is 2h/3. Suppose if I throw a ball at this point as 10 root 2 meter per second, the maximum height I will get is 2h/3.
Yes, sir.
So h max is equal to 2h/3, that is equal to u1 square by, I considered this as u1, not u, initial velocity u. So u1 square by 2g, that is 10 root 2 whole square by 2g. I got h from directly this equation.
Yes, sir.
Hassan, is it okay?
Okay, sir. Got it.
Got it? That's a tactical move I did.
Yes, sir.
In the similar way, I solved a question also. Suppose initially there is a velocity here u, but here there is a velocity given. You can treat it as initial point in this point and solve the question with your required conditions. according to the situation.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll see. A ball is projected vertical upwards with speed. This question is easy. I hope you can do it. Can you solve it? Again, similar
Yes, sir. Okay.
question. You solve this question.
$40 meters, sir.
Huh?
40 meters.
40 meters. You did the same procedure
Yes, sir.
because here the velocity is 20 meter per second at h by 2. So what I considered is h by 2 is equal to 20 square by 2g, isn't it? Is this what you solved?
Yes, sir.
Same method. What did I do? The maximum height it can go from this half distance is h by 2. That h by 2 is equal to u square by 2g. That u is 20 square.
Yes, sir.
So that is 400 by 10. That is 40 meter. You solved in this similar manner, or did you use another technique for this?
Same method you told, sir.
Same. You can use other method also. This looks simple for this. Treating in this question in this
Yes,
way.
sir.
Now we'll see. This question is again quality question. NEET, not this question, but the concept involved in this question is asked in the NEET exams and previous year mains exams. This question, 16th question. Can you understand this question once? Try to understand this question. Concept involved in this question is asked number of times in NEET and mains also.
There's a path. The particle starts at initial velocity and goes on deaccelerating and comes to rest at time t.
Okay.
They asked to
This question is a
find
bit
the
tough,
time taken to
but
cover
actually the
first half.
concept involved in it is very important. I'll explain to you, but just you try to understand the question on your part. Okay, the time taken to cover first half of the total path travel is, so it's saying, basically it is saying, starts with an initial speed u and retardation, matlab this is nothing but constant retardation. It did not specify. Otherwise, this problem cannot be solved with given information. Constant retardation to come to rest in time t, some capital T. The time taken to cover first half of the total path travel is. So if you say particle, suppose take a basic particle, this starts with the initial velocity u, slowly it retards and comes to rest at this point in time t, capital T. Constant retardation is there. The time taken to cover this, suppose you consider this as s. The time taken to cover first half of the total path is s by 2. Is it okay? So if you consider, what is the time for this?
Yes, sir.
The question is, what is the time for this half part? This you can solve by using the normal equations of motion for constant acceleration. S is equal to ut plus half a d square, all these points. But still, I will try to replicate this concept, this question, into something familiar to me. Why? We have seen these conditions. Suppose I throw a ball, I just drop a ball, its initial velocity is u equal to 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then slowly it accelerates and comes to this point, isn't it? I consider this as h. To some
Yes,
velocity
sir.
v, that is nothing but v is equal to root 2gh. Hassan,
Yes, sir. Got it.
do you know these points? T is equal to root 2h by g. What is the time taken to completely come to the bottom of this tower? Do you know these things?
Yes, sir. That equation. Yes, sir.
Root 2h by g. That is nothing but half g t square is equal to h. T is equal to root 2h by g. From there we got this equation. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. From there we got this root 2h equation. U is 0 here.
Yes, sir.
So just I will try to present another picture here. You threw a velocity, you threw the ball with a velocity u, matlab which is equal to v. So when the ball reaches this height, the velocity becomes 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If you throw with the same velocity from here, u is equal to v. So ball slowly gets retarded with constant retardation z and becomes 0 at this height, which is the displacement is h. Do you get my point?
Yes, sir.
So now, this is a very important concept. Can you treat this question similar to this thing? The body initially started with a velocity, slowly it gets retarded, and finally it has become 0 in some capital time t, that is the t is root 2h by g we can say, or otherwise u by g we can say. The t is equal to u by g or t is equal to root 2h by g in this case, according to the given information. Both
Yes, sir.
can you relate both of them? Initially it started with velocity u, slowly it slowed down, and
Yes, sir.
finally it came to rest at a displacement s. Here h, here er 0, here it is u. You got this, Hassan?
Yes, sir.
So that means if I understand this motion a bit better, these two motions, I can solve this given question easily, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I will tell two important points for this, from where number of mains and NEET questions are asked. This concept is very critical when it comes to examinations. You might have already solved this in your one of the problems, maybe in your exams. There are 2 points will be there. First case will be ratio of, let me see the question once. Okay. Ratio of times for equal displacements. If initial velocity is equal to 0, and constant acceleration. And another part is ratio of displacements or distances for equal times if u is equal to 0 and body is going with constant acceleration. Did you solve these questions, Hassan, before?
I don't remember, sir.
You don't remember? You might find this in your material, Akash material. You see these points are very important. Why?
Okay, sir.
You can take a note now also to see. Suppose the ball is thrown.
Yes.
I'm solving this first case, and I will replicate this to second case. Because this first motion is nothing but the reverse motion of the second motion, isn't it? If it
Yes,
takes
sir.
u by g to fall, some root 2h by g to fall, it will take root u by g, that is equal to root 2h by g to go up.
Yes, sir.
The amount of upward time is equal to downward time. Time of flight, upward motion is equal to time of downward motion. Already I told you this in the previous class.
Yes, sir.
So the first second covered motion is actually is equal to last second covered motion. In this motion, in first case, this is first case, this is second case. First second,
Yes,
the distance covered is equal to last second, the distance covered in the second part. The last second motion in the first case is equal to first second motion in the second case. Are you getting the relation between both of them?
Yes, sir.
Both are related. If I solve this case, the present question is related to second case and we can solve the second question easily. This relation is very important. Ratio of times. Suppose we consider ratio of times for equal displacement. I'll solve this. Ratio of displacement for equal times. See, first second, what is the distance traveled? Ut plus half AD square.
Yes, sir.
So U into U is 0 because falling case.
Yes, sir.
0 into 1 plus half plus q. Why I am driving is because displacement is also negative. Once
Yes, sir.
displacement is also negative and g is also negative. Both I am taking to be positive.
Yes, sir.
Because displacement is also in downward direction, gravity is also in downward direction. G into 1. So what is the answer here? 1 square. That is nothing but g by 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
In second, what? Second. Matlab that is after 1 second, another second time. Second. That means distance traveled in 2 seconds minus distance traveled in 1 second. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Distance traveled in 2 seconds is what? This is x1 is equal to g by 2. X2 is equal to, that is second is equal to u into 2 plus half into g into 2 square minus u, that is g by 2. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Distance traveled in second minus distance traveled in first second.
Yes, sir.
What does it? U is 0 again. So u can be, this can be cancelled. So half into g into 4 minus g by 2. That is nothing but half into g into 4 minus g by 2. That is, answer is what? 3g by 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the similar way, if you solve x3, that will become 5g by 2. You want me to do again?
Sir, initial velocity is taken as 0 for second also. Sir.
What did I do? To make my question easy, initial velocity, this only I took 2 seconds, how much it traveled, I calculated u into 2 and subtracted first second travel. That is nothing but second.
Okay, sir.
You got my point?
Yes,
I
sir.
took it for directly from initial position. In 2 seconds, how much it traveled, subtracting 1 second travel.
Yes, sir.
You got the 3g by 2. And again, in 3 seconds, how you will take? Similarly, u is 0. So u is 0. So that means half into g into 9 minus half into g into 4. Isn't it? Seconds.
Yes, sir.
What do you get? It's got stuck. What do you get answer?
Five G by
5g by 4. So you got the answer. The relation goes this way: g by 2, 3g by 2, 5g by 2. 5g by 2.
Yes, sir.
So the ratio is what? Ratio of displacement. x1 is to x2 is to x3, so on, is equal to 1 is to
3 is to 4.
3 is to 5 is to 7. Did you remember this now? Hassan, wait for a minute. 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7 is to 9. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, if the question is asked in this manner, the displacements in the first 2 seconds The ratio of displacement in the first 2 seconds, next 2 seconds, next 2 seconds, consecutive equal intervals of time, the ratios will be 1:3:5:7:9, so on.
Yes, sir.
If the question is given as 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, otherwise 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. For equal intervals of time, the distances covered or displacements covered are in the ratio 1:3:5:7:9. This is a very important conclusion. You got this?
Yes, sir.
You can solve a previous year questions related to it, matlab, as a homework.
Okay, sir. Can you give those questions, sir, at last? Can you send or give those questions or solve?
In your material, they are there. In your material.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Last previous year question, NEET will be there, na?
Okay, sir.
So this conclusion, did you write?
Yes, sir.
I will send you also some previous year mains questions also, so that you can solve them comfortably. Wait,
yes, sir.
This is getting stuck. Okay. Next, so this I am erasing it and finally giving you the result. For equal time periods, the ratio is what? 1:3. But if the question is asked, distance traveled in first second, distance traveled in 2 seconds, 2 seconds, distance traveled in 3 seconds, then you will get 1:4:9 in that way, half t g squared. If directly it is asked as first second, first 2 seconds, first 3 seconds, that is nothing but 1 square, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. But if the question is asked as
yes, sir,
consecutive seconds, first second, second second, third second, the ratio, different parts. So the answer will be 1:3:5:7. Okay, I hope you got this clear. This is an important concept, that's why I stressed here. Next, ratio of times for equal displacements. Equal displacements is what? So, first will be h for some x. So answer will be what? Time is root 2x by g. Is it okay? Because half x is equal to half gt square. So t is equal to root 2x by g. You got it?
yes, sir.
So t1 is root 2x by g. Then next x, you cannot solve next x easily because initial condition again final condition will change. But what I'll do, 2x minus x can I do? For 2x from initial point, what is the time taken for traveling 2x and what is the time taken for traveling x? If I subtract them, I'll get the second time. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Because initial condition is 0 velocity. That's why it becomes easy for me. So time will become what? T2 will become
yes,
root of 2 times of 2x by g minus root 2x by g. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Next, what I will do? 3x minus 2x. Matlab time taken for 3x minus time taken for 2x. That will become T3 is equal to root over 2 times of 3x divided by g minus root over 2 times of 2x by g. You got this? How to solve?
Yes, sir.
Then we can cancel if ratios, if someone asks, then we can cancel 2g, 2g, this 2g, 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 everything we can common, we can take the common root 2 by g and we can cancel. The x also we can cancel. The answer will be 1:2 root 2 minus 1:2 root 3 minus root 2. Are you getting the clarity of this? You solved it. Ratios. You take common root 2x by g from all the terms. Did you get this answer? Root 2x by g. This is cancelled t1. So this will become 2x by g cancelled. This is root 2 minus 1. Again root 3 minus root 2. You got Hassan?
Yes, sir.
This is another important condition. If someone asks you the distance traveled in first 5 meters, time taken for traveling for the body in first 5 meters, next 5 meters, next 5 meters, ratios. If someone finds out, this answer will be 1:√2 minus 1:√3 minus √2. I hope you got this answer also. Hassan?
Yes, sir.
You take a note, and previous year questions you can find the
Got it, sir.
questions on this also. Equal displacement,
Yes,
the
sir.
ratio is majority of the NEET students actually remember this result. They will not take this head, but why I told is you will be relating this to any question. It becomes easy. The ratio will become what? The ratio for equal displacements, initial velocity 0, constant acceleration is 1:√2 minus 1:√3 minus √2. Okay. For this one, equal times displacements ratio is 1:3:5:7. Okay, got it?
1:3:5.
Now,
Yes, sir.
let us
Sir,
see this
again,
question.
can you tell?
Huh? Hassan?
Sir, you told me, sir, if they give specific time as 2 seconds, 3 seconds, like that.
If they give 2 seconds, next 2 seconds, next 2 seconds, these relations will follow.
Okay, sir.
Consecutive equal intervals of time. Suppose the body traveled for 10 seconds. First 2 seconds, next 2 seconds, next 2 seconds, next 2 seconds. Then 2 seconds will be there. The ratio will be 1:3:5:7:9.
Yes, sir.
Equal intervals. Because this result they will use for making your questions simple most of the times. So you see this question. Here,
Yes, sir.
the case is somewhat second kind of case where the body is thrown upwards with a velocity, not downwards. Dropped with a velocity is this case, first case. A given question is relevant to this second question, second type. Body is thrown with
Yes,
a
sir.
velocity u, slowly it gets retarded, and finally it becomes 0. What is the time taken for first half? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, is this both motions reverse motions?
Yes, sir.
So can we say first half in this question? I'll try to. First half in second part is nothing but second half in first part.
Yes, sir.
So equal h/2. That means nothing but equal displacements or not?
Yes, sir.
Equal displacements. What is the time ratio? What is the time ratio? Equal displacement time ratio.
1 is to
So
√2
T1 is
minus
to
1 is to √3 minus 1.
T1 is to T2 is equal to what? 1:√2 minus 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But you need to find out relation between T2 and capital T, because entire motion time is given as capital T.
Yes, sir.
But T1 plus T2 is nothing but what? Capital T, isn't it? Here, because there's no third part and we are just taking
Yes, sir.
first two parts. So what I'll do, the answer is T2 by T1 plus T2. Can you write this like this? T2 by T1 plus T2. T2 by T1 plus T2. T1 plus T2 is nothing
Yes,
but total time capital T.
Yes, sir.
We'll consider some root 1 is to √2 minus 1. That means nothing but √2 minus 1 into some x can be write as some time. Ratios matlab it will be proportional to some constant, isn't it? 1x √2 minus 1 into x,
Yes,
√3
sir.
minus √2 into x. So √2 minus 1x is the T2 time.
Yes, sir.
What is T1 plus T2? 1x plus √2x minus
√2.
√2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Finally, xx will be cancelled. So answer will be T2 by capital T will be √2 minus 1 divided by √2. You got this, Hassan?
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer? T2 is equal to 1 minus capital T into 1 minus 1 by root 2. Got this answer, Hassan?
Yes, sir.
Just if you know the result I explained, it looks like a bigger question. But if you know the result, how much time it will take, Hassan? Exactly tell me. Just this part.
20 seconds.
10 seconds or 20 seconds, according to the understanding speed of yours. Quickly you can complete any question of this sort. Now I'll just try to take your PDF and see which number of questions on this concept. Similarly, previous year questions I'll try to see. NEET 2013, question number 5. You did not do that question, you ticked it. And number of times it is asked. APMT 2009, question number 5, question number 12. Did you see?
Yes, sir.
Can you see? You tick those questions so that you can solve at home. There are other previous year questions also. Here only 15 questions are given. I'll send you a PDF for previous year questions from some book. You see that nearly 5 to 6 questions are asked on only this concept. Ratios of displacement. This year times can be asked. Number of times displacements ratio is given. This year times can be asked.
Yes, sir.
I mean here. Okay. Let me go. So this question is clear. Then similarly, can you solve this question at home? See, 19th question. We'll solve here. Quickly we'll solve. Slowly I'll start giving you number of questions to home. Similar models, okay?
Yes, sir.
19th question, where okay. You solve this question, 19th question. I am displaying it on the screen. Same concept, I think so. Second half of the journey, that means h by 2. How much time it will take?
Root h by g into root 2 minus.
You got it? That is nothing but previous question. T2 by capital T is equal to root 2 minus 1 by root 2. T2 is equal to capital T into root 2 minus 1 by root 2. That capital T is nothing but root 2 h by g. That capital T is nothing but root 2 h by g. So answer will be, you can see this root 2 and this 2 can be cancelled. Previous question, it is exactly similar to previous. Whereas capital T is root 2 h by g.
Yes, sir.
You got one concept, you are able to solve 2 different questions very easily. This blindly you remember, Hassan. Whenever a question appears in front of you, that is testing you a concept, some concept, most of the times. Only few times your tactical skills are required. That you will anyway learn through practice.
Yes, sir.
Then you can solve this 20th question easily, quickly. You solve it in a minute. This can be, but there are a number of ways to solve this. Suppose you take height of the tower to be h, and the total time taken is capital T you take, for suppose. Capital T. What is h? Nothing but half gt square,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Half into g into t square. U is 0.
Yes, sir.
So if we say last second is nothing but total t seconds minus t minus 1 seconds. Last second.
Yes, sir.
So can we write it as last second distance as half gt square minus half g into t minus 1 whole square?
Yes, sir.
That is last second travel. That is equal to what? That is equal to pi by 9 of h.
Okay, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Pi by 9 of h. Last second travel. So you solve it now. You got it. Can you divide both of them?
Yes, sir.
If you divide, what will you get? Half gt square minus half g into t minus 1 whole square. Okay. So this becomes a bit, calculation becomes a bit toxic, bit hectic. I'll try to simplify it this way. If this is Hassan, this becomes a bit toxic in calculation. If this is pi by 9 h, what is this?
4 by 9.
4 by 9 h. If this is nothing but what? Half g into t minus 1 whole square or not?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So can I write it as h is equal to half gt square, 4 by 9 h is equal to half g into t minus 1 whole square? Do you got it, Hassan? How
Yes,
did I
sir.
solve this question?
Yes, sir.
From here also you can bring that equation. you can bring 5 by 9 h left side. H half gt square as h. H minus 5 by 9 h is 4 by 9 h is equal to half g into t minus 1 whole square. From this equation also you can bring that equation. Because you can replace this half gt square as h. H minus 5 by 9 h as 4 by 9 h is equal to half into g into t minus 1 whole square. Hassan, you got it?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
divide both of them. Divide both of them. That is 9 by 4 is equal to half g cancel. T square by t minus 1 whole square. I think the question is directly giving you a very simple equation. T by t minus 1 is nothing but 3 by 2.
Yes, sir.
Directly got this answer. 2t is equal to 3t minus 3. So t is equal to 3 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Got it, Hassan?
Got it, sir.
Just you try to make it simple. From this equation also you can get this direct equation. So your equation becomes as simple as possible. This is the last question of the section you told.
Yes, sir.
I hope you can solve this question. This is a straight, a simple question. You tried.
Fifteen u square by 2g.
That's it. You got it. I hope so. 4u square whole square minus u square is equal to 2 into a into h. That is minus a minus h plus h. It will become h is equal to 15u square by 2g. You get. Okay, Hassan, you got it.
Yes, sir.
Shall we go to graphs? How did you feel till now? Because we are new to each other. We need to know the process of our mindsets and everything. It will take a bit time. The language. Is physics boring, Hassan?
So, no, sir.
Not at all. Is it interesting or not?
Interesting, sir.
Am I making it a bit more interesting?
Your teaching is interesting.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
just
sir.
tell your honest opinion so that I will try to match up the resonance. Whenever you want to get a result, you need to get resonance. Resonance you might have heard. Both emotions going in the same manner. The actual result will get amplified.
Yes, sir.
So let me go for Hassan. I'm recording these lectures, so I'll try to upload it in YouTube and send the link to you, personal link, so that it is not visible to public. It can only be visible to you who has the link. So that whenever you have a doubt, in case you want to revise at some point of time in your preparation, the same concept once. It might be possible you might forget after a long time.
Yes.
So you might just have a look at it. Definitely it will become more clear for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But next, shall we see graphs?
Yes, sir.
Graphs, what are the, where are the areas you are facing difficulty in graphs? At least specific to 1D motion.
Sir, graphs, I don't understand anything, sir.
You don't understand anything?
Mostly I don't understand graphs, sir.
Everywhere graphs are being difficult to you? Graphs you're facing difficult? Everywhere in the sense all the topics? Or only this topic?
Mostly graphs I'm feeling difficulty, sir.
Mostly graphs are difficult. Okay. First let us, because we are not actually having normal classes, doubt sessions. I will try to just take required graphs respect to this topic mostly.
Yes, sir.
So then slowly, if we both develop that build and everything, then we'll plan some session on graphs, Hassan. Matlab,
Yes, sir.
discussing with your father, so that graphs, I'll take number of graphs and try to explain you the different situation that can come in NEET and mains at least.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. In this topic, the most prevalent XT graph, VT graph, AT graph, XV graph, AV graph, and another graph, XV, AV, and AX. These are 6 graphs, mostly possible graphs.
Yes, sir.
For when compared to when coming to NEET, mostly you will get these 3 graphs.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying you neglect this, but mostly these 3 graphs are important when coming to NEET.
Yes, sir.
But out of all of them, this graph is special. VT graph. This graph
Yes,
is
sir.
very, very special. You know, a very, very special batsman. Who is that name? You see cricket?
I don't watch cricket, sir.
You don't watch cricket.
No, sir. No, sir.
Who is the famous cricketer from Karnataka? And you are from Tamil Nadu. You always, your entire Tamil Nadu
Yes.
follows Thala, Pedda Thala. That is Dhoni. ठीक है. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
XT, VT, AT, XV, AV, AX. This XV graph also to some extent it is useful. When in all the 6 graphs, these first 3 are more important. You can make a note out of it. And these 3 graphs a
Yes,
bit
sir.
lesser importance. That doesn't mean redundant, but lesser of importance. In this 3, mostly this graph is highly rare. Last graph is highly rare. And last 2 graphs are highly rare. First graph is to some
Yes,
extent
sir.
useful out of these 3. I'll try to
Yes, sir.
explain different scenarios. So these 6 graphs, out of them this 3, out of them this second one is 5-star graph.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us go to the another part of it. In graphs, there are 2 important things which in this topic will definitely come and prevail. That is slope of a graph area under the graph, area under the curve. These 2 points are important in this topic of graphs. A slope of a graph, area under the curve. Why? Slope of the graph is nothing but, for suppose आपको xt, suppose xt graph is given to you in this manner. Suppose there's some like this, some xt graph. At any point, slope is nothing but this one, straight line passing through, tangent passing through that line. Do you know this?
Yes, sir.
Do you know this, or do you want me to be a bit more clear?
Know this, sir.
You know this. The tangent passing at that point is nothing but this, the tangent passing, and the slope of the tangent is actually the slope of this tangent is the slope of the graph at that point.
Yes, sir.
That is nothing but slope is equal to, this graph slope is nothing but dx by dt. Do you know this?
Yes, sir.
Dx by dt is nothing but
velocity.
Velocity. You know this, na? dx by dt is velocity.
Yes,
Do you know
sir.
this?
Yes, sir.
Average velocity is what?
Yes,
Final
sir.
position minus initial position by time. But instantaneous velocity is what? dx by dt.
dx by dt.
Do you know this clearly?
Yes, sir.
So, xt graph at any point, the slope of the graph will give you velocity information.
Yes, sir.
This is very important. Xt graph area does not have any physical significance to it. First, we'll discuss about then xt graph. There will be different kinds of xt graphs in this manner. So let me see a graph of this sort, straight line, a graph of this sort, graph of this sort, graph of this sort, मतलब kind of four, and graph of this sort. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got it? This is
Yes,
xt
sir.
graph I took. So in this one graph, I'll explain all the kinds of varieties.
Yes, sir.
You know how to find out slope, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Slope of a straight line is what? Constant.
Yes, sir.
A straight line is constant. Y is equal to mx plus c. You might have known this equation in your 9th, 10th. Y is equal to mx plus c is the you know this equation.
Yes, sir.
This here m is the slope. The slope of a line is straight line is constant.
Yes, sir.
So now here you see there are 3 straight lines. This one line, this line, this line. Here the slopes are constants.
Yes, sir.
Slopes are constants. So that means, Hassan, Hassan, I'm not getting you. Hassan, Hassan, I lost you, Hassan.
Sir, bad internet, sir. Something happens. Now it's back, sir.
Is it my internet?
Mine, sir. Mine, sir.
Okay, good. So you got it.
Yes, sir.
Hassan, you see,
Yes, sir.
these 3 are straight lines.
Yes, sir.
So this line, first line, is having a positive slope, tan theta.
Yes, sir.
Tan theta is positive. That means for a given xt graph, if the graph is of this sort, that means tan theta is positive. That means dx by dt is positive.
Positive.
And dx by dt is straight line. If it is a straight line, the slope is constant.
Yes, sir.
That means velocity is
Constant.
constant. Tan theta is positive. That means velocity is
Positive.
positive velocity. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Then another graph is, okay, this graph, one of the graphs, straight line. What is this graph suggesting you? What is the slope of this line?
Y equals
Y
y
is
equals x.
y is equal to constant is the equation
Yes,
of this line.
Yes, sir.
That means what? Y is equal to constant is a line parallel to x-axis.
Yes, sir.
Slope of this line is what? You already might have studied.
Y equals x.
Dx by dt is nothing but what?
0.
0. You know this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The slope of a line parallel to x-axis is what?
0.
0. The slope of x-axis slope is what? 0.
Yes, sir.
The slope of a line parallel to y-axis is infinite.
Yes, sir.
So here the x coordinate is not changing with time. That means dx by dt is 0.
Yes, sir.
There is no change of x with respect to time. Dx by dt is 0. That means slope is 0.
Yes, sir.
That's it. The slope is 0. That means y is equal to constant is what? Y is equal to mx plus c. M is 0. That means entirely 0. Y is equal to constant. That means
Yes, sir.
dx by dt is 0. That means slope is equal to 0. Dx by dt is equal to 0. That means velocity is equal to
0.
0. You got this?
Yes, sir.
Then another graph is this sort. What is this? This is also a straight line. So slope is
Y equals mx plus c.
but
Constant.
but
Negative.
slope is constant and negative. Slope is constant and negative. That means velocity is constant and negative. The velocity is negative for this.
Yes, sir.
You can write in this way also. So see this tan theta. This is an obtuse angle, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Tan theta is negative. Okay. Then other two graphs. One graph is this sort. Here you see xt graph slope. Is it increasing or not? Steepness is increasing.
Yes, sir.
That is what? Slope is increasing.
Uniform velocity.
Not non-uniform velocity. Yes, non-uniform velocity. But velocity velocity is increasing with time.
Yes, sir.
That means it is accelerating motion.
Yes, sir.
So in a similar way, you see this another graph like this. Like this. The slope is, you see the slope, Hassan.
Yes, sir.
The slope is decreasing with time, you see. Steepness.
Yes, sir.
This is a theta, bigger theta, this is smaller theta, and slowly the theta is decreasing. This theta is decreasing. That means slope is decreasing. That is dx by dt is decreasing. So this is also non-uniform velocity. But this velocity is decreasing.
Yes, sir.
These all are what? Xt graphs. You get this point?
Yes, sir.
But velocity is decreasing with time. That means it is decelerating motion. Tan theta is decreasing with time. That tan theta is increasing with time. The previous graphs. This tan theta is increasing with time, and this tan theta is decreasing with time. Hassan, you got it? Xt
Yes,
graphs.
sir. Yes, sir.
Let me see if there are questions directly related to xt graphs from your material. Okay, this is good. Question number 46, Kasan. I don't know this exercise. Let me copy this. You solved this question previously? No, not.
No, sir.
This question. This is nothing, but you can take it as an XT graph, displacement versus time graph.
Sir, 1:3, sir.
1:2.
3.
How did you solve this? You solved as VA is nothing but slope of A graph, that is tan theta of A graph. This constant, straight line. Displacement time graph for A is also
Yes, sir.
straight line. Displacement time graph for B is also straight line. That is, they're both going with uniform velocities.
Yes, sir.
Tan theta at A of graph BB is equal to tan theta at B graph. So that is tan A graph is tan 30. Because
B is
45
tan
minus
60.
15. 45 minus 15 is tan
Yes.
30. Then B graph is tan 60.
Yes, sir.
So that is what? 1 by root 3 is tan 30. Root 3 by 1 is tan 60. Isn't it, Hassan?
Yes, sir.
So answer will be 1 by 3. Did you say the same answer?
Yes, sir.
You told the same answer. That's good. That's good. You got this question? You did it? You did
Yes,
this
sir.
previously?
No, sir.
You got
Only
this
now
now
I did.
after this explanation.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
We'll try to solve another 2 questions. I'll step by step explain you all the possible graphs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is also good question. Five question you see, Hassan. Which
Yes,
one
sir.
of the following?
Displacement graph represents two moving objects P and Q with zero relative velocity.
Zero relative velocity means what, Hassan?
Both are not moving.
Relatively, the velocity, suppose if you sit on one object, the other object velocity is 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That means what? Both are having. So you see, yesterday I told you the concept. Suppose car A is there, going with the velocity u. Suppose car B is there, again going with the velocity u. So what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B? Means you stop B and you reverse B's velocity
Yes,
and add it to A. So this is also u and they cancel out each other, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Relative velocity is 0. That means both of them should have equal velocities.
Same velocity. Yes, sir.
Same velocities. So you see in which of the graphs they both have same velocities. Velocity is nothing but what? Slope
Slope is constant.
slope
Third,
is
third graph, sir.
third graph is constant. All the graph slopes are constant. But you see, velocity is nothing but dx by dt, that is nothing but tan theta, that is nothing but slope. So here you see, I'll try to use another color. This graph has two different tan thetas. This graph is also, this is theta 1, this is theta 2. Both are having two different slopes, tan theta 1 and tan theta 2. In a similar way, this is having another theta, this is having another theta. But you see, both are parallel to each other.
Yes, sir.
Two parallel lines will have
Same angle.
same slope, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Do you know this mathematics funda? Two parallel lines will have same slope.
Yes, sir.
You see this. This also the same theta
Yes, sir.
you will get. This also you will get same theta. Parallel lines.
Yes, sir.
Two parallel lines will have same slope. Implies same tan theta. Implies V1 is equal to V2. There might be different displacements, but the rate of change of displacement,
Yes,
that is
sir.
dx by dt, is same. So why did you say option 3, Hassan?
I got confused.
You tell me if you are not
Now it's
understanding.
clear, sir.
Huh?
Understood now, sir.
You tell me if you are not understanding, because this is graphs every year. Out of 45 questions, there will be 3 to 5 questions, but not entirely 5 questions will be of graphs. There will be analytical questions like graphs. One might be from
Yes,
graphs,
sir.
or two might be from graphs. There will be analytical questions on graphs every year. That might be from
Yes,
this
sir.
topic or from any other topic.
Now it's clear, sir.
You got this cleared?
Yes, sir.
Hassan, okay, that's nice. So, will you solve this XT graphs slopes if there are some other questions in the same topic? You pick.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir. I'll do,
that's
sir.
it. So we will next go with VT graph, area under VT graph. These a few things
Yes,
are there
sir.
next class, and directly we'll go to relative motion.
Yes,
You
sir.
are having doubts in relative motion, you told.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next class, mostly this will be completed, this topic.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the
Yes, sir.
areas that you are facing difficulty, they'll be completed.
Yes, sir.
What else, Hassan? You want to say anything? Any doubts or any difficulties? The way you are understanding it, everything. Any comments?
Sir, I understood clearly all the concepts you taught today, sir.
Previously and today also.
Yes, sir. Both, sir.
But you convey to me, because sometimes what happens, I presume that you might be knowing this thing because you already studied in institution.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you might miss something. Otherwise, I would have explained it more clearly, because you are not learning this directly from me. That's why.
Yes, sir.
There will be some things that you might know, and you might not know, that I assume that you knew those things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hassan, thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much. And when is our next class?
Friday, sir.
Friday. It's okay. Thank you, Hassan. We'll meet
Thank you,
again on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Bye, sir.
Have a nice